Right, I'm going to do this video to respond to Kermit the Frog, who was perturbed with my response to him. But before I go into his recent response, I'll show you what first frustrated me and first annoyed me. And that was his comment on a previous video where he wrote, "To play devil's advocate." Now, as soon as anybody says that, straight away I think you're a prick. Okay? I'll come to that in a minute. I think it's part of the commentator's job to bring some excitement and hype to races, and this was a good example of that. Finding the little stories at the end, like Nick de Vries's points to help tell the narrative of the race. Right, to play devil's advocate. So the devil's advocate is somebody who wants to present the side of the wrong. Right, I will advocate the side of somebody that's in the wrong. Let's do that then, shall we? Or shall we understand the argument that they're going to present, but be capable of dismissing it and dismissing it as being a corrupt argument? That's what we should be doing, because that's what I actually do. By presenting something like that makes you think that I don't know that. Makes you present that I've not considered all of the attitudes around this. Really? You think that I've not considered the attitudes around this before coming onto YouTube and presenting this way? I present this way for a reason, because it is fucking clear cut. I'm not interested in opinions. I'm not interested in what you think in the comments section, as I've clearly explained to people. Okay? What I'm interested in is people that are able to add further insight relative to the corruption and the fixing. I don't care whether you think it was fixing or not, because it was fixing. Okay? I don't care whether you think Max fully deserved it or whether you think that style of commentary is okay, right? I'm not interested in opinions like that. I'm interested in what you've got to say. If you too know that it's corrupt and can add further insight, that's useful. Anybody that goes, well, I think, well, I don't give a fuck what you think, because it's wrong. And this channel is to expose what is wrong. So to play devil's advocate, right, I'm not interested in devil's advocate. I think it's part of the commentator's job to bring some excitement and hype to races. What a load of bollocks, right? It's not the commentator's job to hype up a sport, okay? And I'm going to give you some examples. So let's have a look, right? Let's have a look. Here, we'll do this one first.
About 6 inches between the two bowls, so there is just room.
Oh, and what are we going to see here? And how long will we wait? Are we going to see these balls smashed everywhere? Or are we going to value the sport for what it is?
To miss either, to be honest.
Are we going to appreciate what this sport is?
Well, he's very close to splitting the two red balls and getting to the jack. That's what the target is. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is ridiculous. That is just so good.
If you don't appreciate that craft, right?
What a
If
ball.
that doesn't excite you, of course it might excite you.
That was outrageous.
Oh, that was insane! Oh, kids, that was insane! You know what? If you can't look at that sport and the skill that that person executed in what he just did, then watch a different sport. It's not down to the commentator to make a kid excited to watch that sport. Okay? That is the key. It's not about hyping the shit out of something just to get a kid to like it. Get a kid to realise that's the craft. That's what somebody is capable of doing. But that's what this sport requires. Okay? Don't make it out to be something that it's not. Don't fill the kids' heads with possibilities which aren't possible. Okay? Don't make shit up. Don't lie to kids. What about this one? Let's have a look at this. What are we going to see here? There's a global audience of 108 million people, and everyone's on the edge of their seats waiting to see what is going to happen, and it's incredible. And is somebody going to come onto the court and get shot? Oh, what are we going to see here? No, it's just a game of badminton. Right, it's just a game of badminton. And if people like what they're seeing, let them watch. Explain the skills involved, right? Explain what they're doing well, and explain the sport. Don't hype the shit out of something, because a valid sport, right, will attract its own audience without having to hype the shit out of it. Right? It is what it is. Have Liberty Media bought the rights to badminton? I know. But look at all the brands that want to associate their brand name with badminton, because it's all the glitz and all the glamour of this fast-moving, high-paced sport, with all the celebrities and all their nice designer glasses and designer watches. Yeah, do all the sponsors want to get involved in badminton? The Liberty Media want to buy the global marketing rights to badminton? Is that the image that they want? Let's drill down to the crux of this. It's a global marketing roadshow. And people are not going to be excited by this, right? But what you're doing, you're making fake excitement by lying to kids. Don't do it. Just don't do it. A sport is what a sport is. Motorsport is what it is. And what they're doing, they're hyping the shit out of it, and they're bastardising the sport. They're lying to kids, and kids don't even know what it is. Now, how about this one?
When Budweiser became the official beer of the FA Premier League, we had a vision. Soccertainment. So forget halftime presentations. Let's have monster trucks. Woohoo! Middlesbrough FC? How about Middlesbrough Red and White Sox? And who wants boring 0-0 draws when you can have added time multi-ball?
Added time
but
multi-ball.
Then we thought, nah, so how about you do the football? Yeah. We'll do the beer.
Right, is that football? Is that within the rules of football? You like football because it's football. You don't have to introduce fake drama to it. You don't have to hype the shit out of it. People like the sport because of what that sport is. And the same should go for motorsport. But what you're advocating as devil's advocate, right? What you're advocating is that commentators hype the shit out of something by lying to kids. Because that's what they're doing. Rather than explain to them the processes, what needs to go on, right? I'll play devil's advocate. And I think it's part of the commentator's job to bring some excitement when the event itself is not exciting. Let's bring some excitement to bowls by hyping the shit out of it. Let's bring some excitement to badminton by hyping the shit out of it. No, let's not. Okay? Let's not hype the shit out of everything just to excite the kids. Right? That's not okay. Finding little stories at the end, like Nick de Vries. Right. That's fine. Got no issues with that. They mentioned this notion of should Ferrari have pitted Carlos Sainz, had Russell have pitted and Ferrari not pitted Sainz. Well, that's an interesting one. I didn't actually go into detail and analyse whether by keeping Sainz on track would he have passed him and then kept that place with a safety car finish. They're the sorts of things that are interesting, okay, but not the fake ass hype, okay. I also think we shouldn't be gatekeeping F1. What do you mean gatekeeping F1? Who's gatekeeping F1? Oh, I'm only keeping Formula 1 for adults. Not at all. I started watching Formula 1 when I was, 8 or 9 years of age. Nobody's gatekeeping it. But when you're watching it, at least educate the kids from an early age exactly what it is they're watching. Then they grow up knowing what it is that they're appreciating. We're not just appreciating the crashes and the near misses. Okay? Oh, just hype them up over that. Oh, that's why we all like Max Verstappen. Because it's shit or bus driving. We love that. No. Let's show people what the craft of motor racing is. Right? Explain to people what makes an exceptional motor racing driver. That's not gatekeeping, that's educating. There's a difference. Young fans have brought a lot of good to the sport. What? Give me an example. Okay, you've made a statement. Young fans have brought a lot of good to the sport. What? What have they brought? Have they changed the rules of the sport? Have they introduced new ideas that the sport is embracing? Oh, that's really good. We'd never thought of that. Congratulations to the young fans who have done a lot of good for the sport. What have they done? What have they done? They've spent their hard-earned cash on the sport to enable the sport to stay afloat, have they? Or is it their parents that can just afford it? They've just bought them all the merchandise and bought them tickets to Grand Prix. What have young fans done? What have young fans brought to the sport? You know, every sport wants to attract and retain fans, fine, right? But what are you saying here? Devil's advocate, young fans have brought a lot of good to the sport. What? You tell me what they have brought to the sport. Naturally, there's going to be people who also bring the not so good. Okay, so this is what we're seeing, isn't it? We're seeing these people have bought the not so good. What we've seen is this introduction of the Orange Army. The Orange Army. So Liberty Media has attracted the Orange Army. These Max fanatics that know fuck all about motor racing, right? That are basically brought this thug mentality to Formula One conflict, want to jump up in the comment section to tell you what they think. What young people want to do is interact on social media telling you what they think, hiding behind their fucking keyboards, typing away, wanting to troll you in the comment section, knowing fuck all, but thinking in the safety of their own fucking bedroom, hiding behind their keyboard, they can say what the fuck they want to everybody. Is this the positivity that these young fans have brought to the sport, is it? All right? And there's going to be a lot of negativity. And who has purposefully attracted that negativity? Who has purposefully created that conflict? Okay? But it should be a net positive to have a more diverse demographic of F1 fan. No. Because this notion of diversity is embracing the bad with the good. What causes the bad? And I'll tell you what causes the bad is miseducation. You lie to people, you condition their brains with false beliefs of what is okay and what is not within sport. If you do that, these people then start talking about their beliefs. They start arguing with you with those beliefs. Oh, well, I think this. Well, I think that. Well, I don't give a fuck what you think. You are wrong. You have been miseducated. The so-called experts have lied to you, but because you don't know that you've been lied to. But you're quite happy to jump up in the comments section and tell us what you think, even though you know fuck all. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, you're wearing a tinfoil hat, you're a conspiracy theorist, you don't even know what these fucking things mean, do you, kids? You don't know, right? But you don't have the ability to argue, and even when you do start arguing and somebody puts you down, ooh, I'm the victim now, ooh, you're being nasty to me, ooh, you're being abusive, ooh, right, okay, because you don't know that you're being a cunt, you little child, right? But you're the victim now. That's the way these things work. They brought a lot of positivity to it, haven't they? No, because this conflict never existed prior to this dynamic being introduced. It didn't exist prior to that. And you think it's positive. It's not at all. It's fucking disgusting. That's what it is. And they've introduced that conflict. And why have they done that? Because it makes them money. It makes them money. And what does it do to society? It breeds this society where everybody's entitled to their opinion. Their opinion. I think. I don't give a fuck what you think if you don't know what you're talking about. And you don't know what you're talking about because you've been misinformed. The people that are there to tell you about the sport are lying to you about the sport, and therefore you've got false beliefs that you think you know something and you don't. And those that do then come along and say, this is how it really is. Oh, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. You're not Martin Brundle. No, I'm not. I'm not being paid by the sport to lie to you. Ha ha, ha ha, you don't know. Right, okay. These are the deadheads we're dealing with. So Kermit here comes up with a comment like that and wonders why. I start thinking, well, who's this fucking guy then? The fuck are you going on about? So that's what started off me when I look at your profile. And yeah, you might have made some comments in the past that are positive, but I look at that comment and this starts unraveling. And there's been a number of Trojan horses that will jump up in the comment section and they'll appear to be, oh yeah, I'm on your side, and I believe in what you're saying. And then it all unravels. Oh, they then start trying to get in there and try and unpick things from the inside. That's what they do. It's a dirty bastard technique, but I've experienced it time and time again. So this is what you appear to start the beginnings of, Kermit, when you start doing things like this, being devil's advocate. Okay, so when you then come to this comment that you made today, it was this one. Do you think some of your opinion on the moves is clouded by your opinion on Max, with your comments about Ricciardo's moves of the same style? It seems that it does, at least a little. This isn't a gotcha question or anything, just wanting your opinion. Right, so what we know about Max Verstappen is that he dive bombs, is that he chucks his car at the other car often, and if the other car doesn't move out of the way, there would be a collision. I keep calling that out. I keep saying so. I'm not going to validate it. Is Max Verstappen like that all of the time? No. Okay? But there's people that will go, oh, but you know what? Max is a really good driver. And what that does, that softens the blow. Okay? That adds a form of validation. That makes some people go away from that piece of information with this notion of, oh, you know, somebody said it's not quite okay, but they said that he was good, so I'll take that bit away with me. And I'll go, yeah, but Max is still good. We like that. It's all positive. We'll take the positive out of that. No, that's not what I'm here to do. Okay? I'm pointing out that he has been validated in his conduct. He did things that were wrong, things that should have been penalised and were not penalised. And when I'm saying some of the things that I say, it is off the back of viewing certain things. Take yourself off and watch the 2018 Chinese Grand Prix. You will see some of the moves I'm talking about Daniel Ricciardo, where they are quite late lunges, but they're not dangerous and he makes them stick and he doesn't run the other cars off the track. Them ones are acceptable. You'll see in the same race, Max Verstappen doing something very similar and smashing into Sebastian Vettel. You'll also see a way that race control can manipulate the result of a race, but we'll come to that in another video. 2018 Chinese Grand Prix, well worth a watch. So, I react to that one by saying I can differentiate between what's acceptable and what isn't, so you stop being a fanboy. Develop the ability to critically analyse what's going on rather than blindly defending the thing that you like. Realise this is far bigger than just a spoilt little brat, which is Max Verstappen. It's about global corruption. The channel is about exposing global corruption, and you're jumping up in the comment section saying, oh, some of your opinion is clouded by your opinion of Max. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm exposing the sport fucking cheated. The sport is fraudulent. These are what my videos are explaining, is the sport is a fraud. And you go, oh, some of your opinions on the move is clouded by your opinion of Max. Jog on. Oh, but I'm on your side. Look, stop picking out little bullshit points because it's irrelevant. Ultimately, whether or not I like Max Verstappen is irrelevant to the fact that this sport manufactured him as champion. Do I like Max Verstappen? No, I don't. The guy behaves like a prick. He's a shit example to put before kids. That kind of conduct that he exhibits is atrocious. And if everybody in society behaved like Max Verstappen, this world would be a shit place because he's a shit bloke. So I don't like him. I don't like him. And what we're seeing is twats in the comment section that behave in a manner like their hero, Max Verstappen. They're shitheads. They're shitheads. Right? This is the world. So but what do we need to do? We need to actually say, hey, that's a shit level of conduct. Let's not champion that. Let's identify that as being shit conduct, and let's say, hey, people, that's not a good example to follow. So I don't like Max Verstappen. I really don't like Max Verstappen. Has he got certain talents? Yes, he has. He can drive fast in a car. He can consistently drive fast in a car. Doesn't mean he's good at wheel-to-wheel racing, because he'll drive another car off the track and ram another car and force them off the road in a bullying style. That's not good. That's a piss-poor example that could result in somebody getting damaged. That's atrocious. That's not acceptable. But the sport allows it. So I don't like that at all. Is he the sort of example that sets the example of being a decent person, a decent human being? How does he treat his team? How does he treat the people, the men and women in that team that are pushing to try and make him succeed, right? Trying to give him all the tools that he needs to succeed. How does he treat them? Treats them like shit at times, the way he speaks to them. How does he treat his teammate? Treats him like shit at times, the way he speaks to him. How does he treat some of the people that are interviewing him? Now, what do them people deserve? Well, not a lot really, because they're all fake media people. But at least Lewis Hamilton is often courteous and fulfills what he needs to do. I've got a video that's on YouTube of Max Verstappen calling Eddie Jordan a wanker on live TV, giving him the wanker symbol. Is that the example of a quality human being that's a role model, doing that on a live broadcast? This is your champion, Max Verstappen. This is the kids, the thing that kids look up to. So no, I don't like Max Verstappen. I don't like Max Verstappen. He's been created as this made-up champion, and he's done so because some kids get excited by him. It's wrong. So, it's about global corruption, the mechanics of which will negatively impact your life in ways you don't yet realise because you currently are a dead-headed fanboy. Wake up. The point I'm saying is, wake up. Don't focus on these bullshit little elements of it, of whether or not I like Max Verstappen. The crux of the matter is, this entire sport manufactured a result. It sold this event to a global audience of 108 million people. 108 million people. It sold this event to them. It told you are going to watch this historic event. Are we going to see the record being broken of somebody becoming an 8-time world champion, or is this new up-and-coming talent going to become the first-time world champion? What's going to happen here, right? Tune in. This will be great. Buy the coverage from your TV broadcaster. Buy the merchandise for your favourite team. Bet on who it is you think is going to win. Buy a ticket for the event. Invest your time, your money, your emotion into following this. And then they manufactured the outcome. That's a problem. That's fraud. That's sport fixing. That's swindling people out of money. That's depriving people of a valid outcome to their bet. It's fraud. Every team was complicit with that. The sport did it. F1 TV were party to it. Sky Sports F1 were party to it. The FIA were party to it. This is the problem. Red Bull were one of the orchestrators of it. And you're jumping up in the comments section going, do you think some of your opinion on the move is clouded by your opinion of Max? Fuck off, right? Fuck off. Simple as that. My opinion of Max is that he's a turd. And we can see how he drives, and it's not acceptable. And we know for sure that if Lewis Hamilton didn't jump out of the way, there would have been collisions. Max is willing to drive like that. The fanboys like that. And you think, oh, is it just your opinion of Max that makes you think that? It's not my opinion of Max, it's just the fact that he drives like that, and were Lewis not good enough to get out of the way, there'd be collisions. That's the way it is. But look how you want to present it. You want to tell us your opinion. You want to jump up in the comment section and tell us what you think. So it goes on, because this is then you respond, whoa, what's this about? I've made suggestions in the past to help. Think you're being helpful. I ask one question and I get a barrage, branded a deadhead. Why? I've worked in motorsport. I understand how this works. Okay, I've worked in motorsport. I've encountered lots of people in my life and in lots of industries. And some people are good and some people are shit. So it doesn't matter to me what you may have worked in. It doesn't show me your level of competence or knowledge within that level of industry. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter your level of experience within that industry, because some people can go into any industry and be capable people within that industry. Some people have got that level of ability. Some people can do the same thing for 5 or 6 years and still be shit at it. So just because somebody might work in a certain industry doesn't mean anything. I used to post on Facebook, and I used to try and post the reality of what took place in Abu Dhabi to all the Lewis Hamilton fan pages on there. One group had 44,000 fans of Lewis Hamilton in a group, and I would share the post that I wrote out exposing the corruption of Abu Dhabi, and this one group would not publish them. I was like, why aren't you publishing my posts? And I got a message back from one of the admins to this female that was saying, no, we need to move on now. We need to move on and have some positivity. So, well, if you just move on, then things aren't going to change. You're still going to be susceptible to the same corruption. No, but we just need to support Lewis because Lewis has moved on, and so we need to as well. I was like, no, because it doesn't work like that. Unless you hold these people to account, they will carry on being corrupt. Oh, well, what you're saying is not right anyway. It's just conspiracy theory. It's not. Look at what I'm saying. It's the truth. It's what really happened. Well, I know more than you. I used to work for Mercedes. This is what this admin was telling me. I used to work for Mercedes. Right, okay. Clearly, you're a deadhead because you don't fucking understand. Right? Read what I'm saying, watch what actually happened, and you will see that what I'm saying is a factual account of what happened. No, I know more than you. I used to work for Mercedes. What do you know? That was, and block me. This is the deadheads. Those are the gatekeepers. Those are the gatekeepers preventing accurate information reaching an audience. And you'll want to use the term gatekeeper of saying that I'm keeping Formula One for older people, not the kids. Now I'm saying Let everybody who wants to take an interest in Formula One take an interest in Formula One. Fine. Just don't lie to them. Don't try and overhype the sport, trying to sell it to them as something that it's not. Because it's not always exciting. Some races aren't filled with drama, and that's fine. Accept it for what it is. Enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy the nuance of what great motor racing can be, but understand that you're not going to see that every race. But don't accept corruption. Don't overhype stuff. Don't lie. Don't pretend. Don't present scenarios as being possibilities when they're not possible. Educate people with what's going on, what the rules of the sport are. And that way you gain a knowledgeable fan base that is not toxic, that's not going to be at war with one another, that's not going to troll each other in the comment section of social media, creating conflict. Creating conflict off the back of having no knowledge. And while they're doing that, the other things that are going on in life, they're oblivious to. They're oblivious to what governments are doing that aren't in the interest of the citizens of the countries. Because they're too busy telling everybody what they think in the comments of the Formula One section of social media. Telling everybody what they've been conditioned to believe, which isn't true. That's dangerous. And if you can't see that, and you just want to play devil's advocate, you're part of the problem. So do a bit of self-evaluation, because I was perhaps a little bit harsh in terms of this being a direct response to what your top comment was. But like I say, that was off the back of your previous comment, which was this one. This comment was the one that wound me up, because it's a bullshit comment, right? This is the one that wound me up. And so when this one appeared from the same person, this is when I launched in, because I was pissed off with the previous comment, which is a load of bollocks. That one there, playing devil's advocate, absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. This is the sort of bullshit.
When Budweiser became the official beer of the FA Premier League, we had a vision. Soccertainment. So forget halftime presentations. Let's have monster trucks. Middlesbrough FC? How about Middlesbrough Red and White Sox? And who wants boring 0-0 draws when you can have added time multi-ball? But then we thought, nah.
Don't bastardize a sport. And that is what they are doing. That's exactly what they're doing. And it shouldn't be tolerated. Okay, so this comment here, bullshit. Right, that'll do for this one.